Joining us now on the show, NASCAR Cup Series driver Aric Almirola. How you doing, Aric?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I really appreciate you taking the time to join us today on Mostly Motorsports. Talk about your run there at the Glen last weekend. Wasn't really what you were hoping for, was it?
No, it wasn't. That was a tough weekend for us. We struggled really from the last run of practice all the way through qualifying and through the rest of the race. So that was tough, but we got to shake it off. That weekend's behind us. We can't pay attention to that anymore, and we got a big race ahead of us here coming up at Daytona, and we want to be focused on that and go get us a win and punch our ticket to the playoffs.
Yeah. Let me ask you about the car, today's car. Is it a much better road racing car than the previous car that we had compared to yesteryear, compared to this year?
Well, it's certainly a road race designed car. It's more asymmetrical. Our previous car was built and designed more for going left on ovals.
Right.
And we kind of retrofitted them to go road course racing. And now our cars are more designed to road race, and we have to make adjustments and compromises to go oval racing with them.
Right, no doubt. You mentioned Daytona. Daytona's been pretty good to you. What was it, 2014 you won there? Let me ask you this. Was Trent Owens your crew chief at that time?
Yeah, Trent was my crew chief at that time.
Let me tell you a little backstory. Trent Owens, the first time he ever crew chief for anybody was for me and my ARCA team at Kansas Speedway in 2003. Trent Owens is one of the good guys in the motorsports.
Trent is a wonderful, wonderful guy. He's a friend of mine, and really enjoyed working with him when I was at Petty's.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's such a good guy. So this is your chance, right? I mean, you got to feel a little confident going into Daytona, thinking about this is a track you run pretty good at.
Yeah, it is. It is a track that we run well at, and I think when I think of places that has been a place where I've had a lot of success, Daytona's very high on the list. It's been really good to me over the course of my career, and I have a lot of great memories as a kid going to Daytona, and it's a special place. And so, I feel really good about the opportunity ahead of us this weekend.
I know it's not plate racing anymore, but can you tell me what it takes to be a good racer at Daytona? It's all about being there at the end of the race, I take it, mostly, right?
Well, it is, but you also have to put yourself in position.
Right.
You want to be there at the end of the race. Certainly, you can't win it if you're crashed out early in the race. But you got to be in position. You got to be running up front. You got to lead laps. You got to be there. You can't suddenly win from the back. And so I think. As we've seen in the past, the guys that are really good are typically guys that run up front and are aggressive and lead laps, and that's the approach that we'll certainly take as we get ready to go down there.
Right. I want to step back in time just a little bit. We're in Kansas City, and I know maybe not your favorite race of all time, but you had that wreck out at Kansas, and that set you back a little bit. Can you take us back a couple of years and talk about that accident that you had at Kansas Speedway?
Yeah, it was a really, really bad set of circumstances that put me in the hospital. We wrecked going into turn one right after a restart, and my car got airborne and come back down. And when my car came back down, the force of from the sudden stop from the landing, sent all the energy up through my spine, and I ended up rupturing my T5 vertebrae in my spine, and was life flighted to Kansas University Medical. And yeah, it was a scary situation, but just thankful to the good Lord that I was able to recover from that and get back in a race car and continue to do what I love to do.
Does your back still give you any issues from that accident?
From time to time, it does, but I would say by and large, for most of daily life and daily living, it's no major issues.
Yeah,
I get some soreness from time to time.
Yeah, we're visiting with NASCAR Cup Series driver Aric Almirola. He's got 3 Cup wins. I got to ask, we did the broadcast for the Chili Bowl. RacinBoys, our company, did the RacinBoys broadcast down there at the Chili Bowl for 16 years, and we got pretty close with Tony Stewart. What's it like to work for a guy like Tony Stewart?
It's awesome. He's a racer of racers, and he knows what it's like to be in our situation. It's so much fun to have somebody like him supporting you as your boss and as your team owner. So he's very well accomplished, and he's been there, done that with about everything that I've ever experienced. So he's great for a mentor and somebody to lean on for advice, and plus he's pretty fun to hang out with as well.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Really enjoy having him as a boss.
Yep. What do you think, if there was any one thing that you could point to that Tony give you advice on? Is there one thing that stands out more than any other that Tony give you advice on?
Tony's just big on having fun. I think that's the one thing that stands out. He's real big on making sure that we're doing it because we're having fun, and let's just go race. Let's not overthink it. Let's not make it too business-like. Let's just go race. Let's do what we all love to do, and let's go have fun at it. And that's what we do.
Yeah. A little bit earlier in the season, you made the announcement that you were thinking about retiring, but now the rumors has it, I don't know if they're true or not, and maybe you could give us an idea if they are, but are you starting to waffle now on the thought of retirement at the end of the year?
I'm certainly thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't have any new news to share with you today, but certainly thinking about it. It's not an easy decision. There's a lot of moving parts and pieces that go into it, and so continuing to have those discussions.
Yeah. How would you judge this year? You had a 6th at Las Vegas. You had 3 8th-place finishes: Martinsville, Atlanta, and Richmond. How would you grade your season so far this year?
I'd say if I was giving us a grade, I'd say a B. Certainly not where we want to be. We want to be an A or an A plus. But I would say we've been good. We've done a lot of things really well. We just haven't done everything great. It's been a good year.
Yeah. Well, that's good for you. And we, again, appreciate you taking the time to join us here on Mostly Motorsports. I know you're limited to the amount of time that you can join us today, but what do you think your chances are at Daytona? And just give us a thought on your confidence going into Daytona. You've got to be more than confident, right?
Yes. Yeah, I am. When I look at this weekend in Daytona, it's certainly a great place for us to go have a great opportunity.